What is the best way to bake gluten-free bread with alternative flours? The challenges of gluten-free baking. Gluten-free bread baking requires a different approach compared to traditional wheat-based bread. Gluten provides elasticity and structure, which helps bread rise and maintain a chewy texture. Without gluten, bread can become dense, dry, or crumbly. To achieve the perfect texture, a blend of alternative flours, binding agents, and hydration techniques is essential. Choosing the right gluten-free flours. Alternative flours offer unique flavors and textures, but no single gluten-free flour can replace wheat flour entirely. The best gluten-free breads use a combination of flours, such as brown rice flour, almond flour, sorghum flour, or oat flour. Starches like tapioca, potato, or arrowroot starch help improve elasticity and lightness. A well-balanced blend creates a texture closer to traditional bread. The importance of binding agents. Since gluten provides elasticity, it must be replaced with binding agents. Ingredients like xanthan gum, guar gum, psyllium husk, or ground flax seeds help trap air and retain moisture, preventing the bread from becoming too dry. Psyllium husk, in particular, adds a chewy, dough-like texture, making it one of the best options for gluten-free bread. Hydration and dough consistency. Gluten-free doughs require more moisture than traditional doughs. They are typically thicker and more batter-like rather than kneadable. Since gluten-free flours absorb liquid differently, recipes often call for extra water, milk, or eggs to maintain moisture. Letting the dough rest before baking helps the flour fully hydrate and improves the final texture. Gluten-free bread does not rise as easily as wheat-based bread, so it's important to use the right leavening agents. Yeast-based recipes often include honey or sugar to help activate the yeast, while baking powder or baking soda can add extra lift. Since gluten-free dough is more delicate, it's best to let it rise in a warm, draft-free environment and avoid overhandling the dough. Using the right baking techniques. Baking gluten-free bread at the right temperature ensures even cooking and a soft interior. Preheating the oven properly is crucial, as gluten-free bread benefits from immediate heat exposure. Some bakers use a steam method by placing a pan of water in the oven to create humidity, preventing the crust from drying out too quickly. A longer baking time at a moderate temperature helps the bread cook through without becoming too dense. Avoiding common gluten-free bread mistakes. One common mistake is using only one type of flour, which can lead to poor texture and flavor. Another issue is not measuring ingredients accurately. Gluten-free baking requires precision. Underbaking can result in a gummy interior, while overbaking can make the bread too dry. Using a kitchen thermometer to ensure an internal temperature of around 200 degrees Fahrenheit, 93 degrees Celsius, helps achieve perfect doneness. Enhancing flavor and texture. Since some gluten-free flours have a mild or earthy taste, adding herbs, seeds, or spices enhances the flavor. Incorporating olive oil, coconut oil, or butter helps maintain a soft, moist texture. Toasting flours like almond or oat flour before baking can also add a deeper, nutty taste to the bread. Storing gluten-free bread properly. Gluten-free bread tends to dry out faster than traditional bread, so proper storage is important. It's best to store it in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 2 days. For longer storage, slicing and freezing the bread works well. Simply reheat slices in a toaster or oven for a fresh taste. Mastering the art of gluten-free bread baking. Baking gluten-free bread requires experimentation and patience, but with the right techniques, it's possible to create soft, flavorful, and satisfying loaves. By using a blend of alternative flours, proper hydration, and the right baking methods, you can enjoy homemade gluten-free bread that rivals any traditional loaf.